Happy Labor Day, YouTube foodies. Today we're gonna do a classic, some buffalo wings, and these are gonna be delicious. So we want to get them nice and crispy, and we can do that really easily with just an oven, or if you have an air fryer, that's even better. We don't need a deep fryer. And the way that we're gonna make it crispy is we're gonna use baking powder. Yeah, so I got my wings here, and what we want to do is apply about a teaspoon of baking powder to this amount of wings. It doesn't have to be super exact. And the reason why we do baking soda is it's very alkaline, and it's going to help break down the peptide bonds in the chicken skin there, and it's just going to help it really crisp up a bit. So just apply it on the chicken, and then also use salt and just a little bit of salt. And get this coated on the chicken. What you want to do is get in there and just kind of coat this up, get everything covered, and let that sit. You want this to maybe marinate for about, if you can get it to marinate overnight in the fridge, that'd be ideal. It also helps dry things out a bit if you let it sit in the fridge. Otherwise, 30 minutes or an hour is fine too. But we're just gonna get it coated, and once that's ready, we're gonna hopefully have a really nice dry chicken to start with, and that dryness will really help crisp it up when we start baking it or putting it in the air fryer. All right, while we're waiting for the chicken to marinate, we're gonna prepare a side. We're gonna do some carrot fries, all right? And all you have to do is cut your carrots up into little thin slivers like this, or make them really tasty, all right? You ever wanna get your kids to eat vegetables, first thing you gotta think about doing is you gotta cook it, all right? This stuff, gross, no one wants to eat this. Ugh, no, let's cook the food. It's super easy, and I guarantee you, your kids will love this. All right, what we do is we've cut these carrots into little strips. We're gonna go ahead and blanch them in boiling water for a little while, just so that they start softening up a little bit. You can actually skip this step if you want, but I think this just provides a little bit more of a consistent result. Take it out before they become mush. Right, you just want them to soften up a little bit, and then what we'll do is we will cook it on a cast iron pan, put a little bit of oil in the pan, add a little bit of salt. The carrots are gonna cook, and the sugars in the carrots are gonna come out a little bit, just like caramelizing onions, and it's gonna have a little bit more of a sweet taste to it. And they're gonna be soft, they're gonna be delicious, and the fat and the salt will also really add to the flavor of the carrots. Okay, our water is boiling and our chicken is ready. Now remember, you don't need oil for this recipe. It will still turn out really crispy. If you don't have an air fryer, go ahead and use an oven. I would get a baking sheet with a rack on it. That way the air can flow around it. And then just place the chicken wings, give them a little bit of room. They don't need too much room. But I do have an air fryer, so I'm gonna go ahead and just toss it right in the air fryer bucket. Pretty simple and straightforward. And then what we'll do is get this going at a low temperature first. So what we will do is start it at about 350 degrees, same with an oven, and cook that for, if you're on an oven, about 25 minutes. With an air fryer, it's much faster. I think 15 to 20 minutes is good. What you're really looking to do is just kind of cook the chicken a little bit through. It dries it out a bit, and then it will turn a really light golden brown. You're not looking for color quite yet. We're not getting it super crispy yet. We're just kind of cooking things through. All right, let's get this thing started. All right, so we're halfway through with the chicken wings here. As you can go ahead and take a look here. That's about the color that we want. They're not super dark yet. They're just lightly golden brown. They're nice and dry. We're gonna go ahead and crank up the heat. So these have been in the for about 20 minutes. Again, if you're using an oven, you wanna do about 25-30 minutes. With the air fryer, you can go faster. So now for the last 20 minutes or so, we're gonna crank the heat up to 450 degrees. And let that go. And just check on it every so often, especially if you're using an air fryer. You want to shake it up a bit so that the air distributes around the wings properly. And then once they look nice and golden brown, they are ready. Okay, our carrots are done being blanched, and you can see they're just soft. They're not like overly done. You want them to have a little bit of resistance when you bite into them. Perfect. All right, come on, take a look. Our carrot fries are pretty much done, and you can see this nice color on them. And remember, these aren't meant to be like crispy like French fries. They are going to be a little bit soft, but they're actually really delicious. And the point is not to make them crispy, it's to make them taste good. So these are ready to serve. right, here we go. We got it nice and plated. Let's do a taste test. See what you think. We got a little bit of a few different hot sauces if you want to dip them in. Otherwise, you can just eat them like that.
I want to try this hot sauce. They're amazing.
Let's try one of these two with the green hot sauce.
Is it spicier?
Ooh, that's got some heat.
Yeah.
It's good. All right, come on, take a look at this. Our wings are done. And look how beautiful these look. Listen to that crisp. Oh yeah, they're perfect. Now comes the fun part. We're gonna have fun with our sauces. Now, you definitely can just do a standard buffalo sauce. That's totally cool if that's what you like, but I think you'll be surprised at how fun this can be if we combine a lot of different sauces here. And so, have fun. What you end up having is, with every little bite, you get a little bit different flavors coming from the different types of sauces. And you'll get a little bit of creaminess, a little bit of spiciness, a little bit of sweetness. So what I'm gonna do with this batch is, actually we really like the mango habanero sauce from BW3's. So I'm gonna use that as my starter base. I'm gonna go ahead and throw some of that on there. And that's going to be my base. And we're gonna just quickly toss this. Get it mixed in there. Get it covered. Don't be shy with the sauces. That's what makes these buffalo wings delicious. All right. Once we got it covered nicely, we're gonna go ahead and add some different things in here. So one thing that I really like is I made myself actually a little bit of this green curry sauce. I just used a little green curry paste, some coconut milk, a little bit of sugar, fish sauce. We're just gonna drizzle that on there and just get a little bit in there. You might be like, wow, it's really weird. Curry with buffalo wings, trust me, it's delicious. Wasabi paste, I love this stuff too. It is delicious, adds a little bit of color. Again, we're just gonna drizzle a little bit. Japanese mayo, have fun. We are just gonna go ahead and do that. And then, so here we have fried garlic bits. So that's always yummy. Move it on there, gives us some texture, gives us some crunch. And then we are going to top it off with some green onions. Yum, look at that. Isn't that delicious? All right, let's do our second batch. All right, second batch. This one, we're gonna start with a spicy garlic from BW3's also. Just an amazing sauce that I really like. Put that in there, give it a toss. Nice and coated. All right. Let's try some Japanese barbecue. Just a little bit of the sweetness. You know, it might sound weird, but I've never tried this before, by the way. So we are just testing things out. This is a Caribbean hot sauce. This stuff is delicious. It's got a great flavor of spicy peppers, but be careful, it is super, super, super spicy. So we will just be very, very careful with how much we add in there. And this stuff we do want kind of tossed a bit, mix it up a bit, add some flavor, add some heat. Green hot sauce, sure, why not? Just a little bit. Just a little bit. And then I do like the wasabi. I think the wasabi opens up the smells of your nose and just makes all the flavors a little bit punchier. So this isn't super, super strong wasabi. It's like a very creamy wasabi. So if you can't handle the really, really strong stuff, this is actually pretty good. And then we will just, again, finish with some green onions. I still think, okay, we got spicy garlic. Might as well add more garlic. Go ahead and crunch it up. And there we go. Awesome. How does that look? Let's try it. Yum. I don't know if you can hear the crunch. Delicious sweetness. Wasabi kicks in halfway through. Got a little bit of the creaminess of the mayo. Everything's coming together. Ooh, and there's a little bit of that curry paste. Yum. All right, see you next time.